Hey guys, this is Edgaras from Spoken Lithuanian, and today we have a new lesson. And this is going to be a simple lesson because previously I've done some reading lessons and you seem to like it. Some of you had commented that we need to do more of these. And so today we're going to look at a text that is going to have some present tense, future tense, and past tense. I will leave the translation, full translation, and full text in the description of the video if you want to look through it, maybe copy it somewhere into your document to have it as an example. But let's just read through it. You can repeat after me, and then we can understand more of how to structure a text like this in Lithuanian language. By the way, as always, if you want more phrases and words, in that same description, you will find a link to the PDF and audiobook that I've created. It's completely free. My gift to you, just download it, learn Lithuanian language, and that will make me happy, okay? So let's start. So the name of the text is a simple text. It's called Graži Šeima. Graži Šeima, and that means a beautiful family. A beautiful family, right? We have adjective and a noun coming together. It's the same thing as in English language, a beautiful family, right? Graži Šeima. Now, the sentence starts like this. Like, Petras ir ona gyvena Vilniuje. Gyvena. This ending tells us that it's what? It's present tense, right? Present tense. We don't have in Lithuanian language a difference between present tense that is happening now or is happening routinely. It's the same thing. In English language, you would have lives, live because it's plural, right? But in this case, we just have simple present tense in Lithuanian language, right? So Petras ir ona gyvena Vilniuje. Now, we don't repeat Petras ir ona. We can say jie, they. Jie turi du vaikus, Tomą ir Liną. Tomą ir Lina. So now over here we have accusative case. I have what? Accusative case. Tomą, Lina. It's the same case that you would use, for example, I see what, right? I see Tomą, I see Lina. Aš matau Tomą, aš matau Liną. But in this case, jie turi du vaikus, Tomą ir Liną, right? So once again, we have the doer of the action, right? And we have the action itself. Jie turi du vaikus, Tomą ir Liną. Tomas yra 10 metų. That means Tom is 10 years old, right? They have two kids, Tom and Lina. So Tomas yra 10 metų. So Tom is 10 years old. 10 years old. You don't say the word old in Lithuanian language. You just say dešimties. That's a specific kind of number because it emphasizes more not simple 2, but like off 2 years old. But I will make a different kind of lesson about this. We just can now learn the word itself. So dešimties metų. Dešimties metų. Okay. O Lina and Lina, or Lina, you can say, and Lina yra septynių. So we have two sentences clumped together over here, right? O Lina yra septynių. Lina yra septynių. Septynių, right? Septynių. So basically you're using a different case as well. Over here, septynių. Ko, it's genitive case. Septynių metų. Septynių metų. But you don't have to repeat metų over here because it's already understood that it's metų. So once again, Tomas yra 10 metų, o Lina yra 7. Kiekvieną rytą vaikai eina į mokyklą, o tėvai į darbą. So, kiekvieną rytą, that is every morning, but we're using accusative case. Every morning, kids go to school and parents go to work. Into what? Also accusative case. Into what? Į mokyklą, into work, į darbą, right? Usually when we use into, į ką, we use accusative case, right? So vaikai, that is vaikai eina, and tėvai, we don't repeat the word eina because it's already obvious that it's the same verb, but therefore we don't repeat it for parents, right? We just use eina once. They go, right? They go eina. Once again, present tense, right? So we have present tense in this specific column, paragraph, I'm sorry. So over here we have Vakar visa šeima važiavo į Kauną. Vakar visa šeima važiavo į Kauną. So yesterday, visa šeima, the whole family. The whole family, visa. Visas means whole, because šeima is a feminine noun. Therefore, we're not using visas, we say visa, ending for feminine noun. That's an adjective. Visa šeima važiavo į Kauną. Važiavo į Kauną, right? Visa šeima važiavo į Kauną. The whole family yesterday went to Kaunas. Yesterday, the whole family went to Kaunas. Ten jie aplankė senelę. Ten jie aplankė senelę. There, jie aplankė, they visited grandmother. Senelę. Senelę. Ką senelė. Once again, the ką question is for the accusative case. So jie aplankė ką senelę. I saw senelę. Aš matau senelę, right? It's usually when we have the direct object of the sentence, it's the accusative case. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to separate between genitive and accusative case, but we will try our best, okay? So, senelė iškepė, that's nice, so nice of her. Senelė iškepė, that means senelė baked. Senelė baked, that means grandmother baked, right? Senelė iškepė skanų obuolių pyragą. Once again, direct object, and now all of these go together because she baked, not a cake, a pie, pyragas, a pie. But both tasty, apple, pie. All three of these go into the accusative case. Both adjectives, because in this case, obuolių is like an adjective, it's an apple pie, right? What kind of pie? It's an apple pie. So, skanų obuolių pyragą. Skanų obuolių pyragą. Vaikai žaidė sode, o Petras su Ona gėrė arbatą. Okay, that's nice. So, vaikai žaidė sode, the kids were playing. Once again, in this example, we don't have a continuous or simple tense difference in Lithuanian language. Therefore, I say vaikai žaidė sode, o Petras su Ona, Peter with Ona, right? Two names, gėrė arbatą, right? But there's a kind of a way to know when the tense is continuous or not. There's kind of a trick to be able to say that. Because usually when the tense in English language is supposed to be continuous, like for example, they were playing, they were drinking, they were staying, you don't have a prefix when it comes to the verb. Like in this case, žaidė, gėrė. For example, if you were to want to use past simple tense, usually in this case, you would have some sort of a prefix. For example, išgėrė, that would be he drank, right? He drank it up, right? He drank it up. That means completion of the action. I always emphasize that in my lessons. You probably heard me say that already. But yeah, this is kind of a way to tell whether or not, let's say if you have a continuous tense in English language and you want to translate it, usually you will use a verb without the prefix. Not always. You can't say always, but usually. Let's say usually. Okay, so today, šiandien šeima yra namie. So today, family is at home. Šiandien šeima yra namie. Šeima is, right? Yra. Aš esu, tu esi, that means I am, you are, but plural, yra. Plural for third person. And third person in general. Jis yra, ji yra also. Tomas daro namų darbus. Tom is doing homework. Now, in this case as well, you see, I'm translating not does, but is doing because, well, in this case, he's actually doing at the moment. But you can see we're not using any prefix over here. Therefore, we can kind of almost say that it's continuous tense, but especially in present tense, this is not always going to work because gyvena is also without prefix, but it's kind of a routine action. So therefore, I can't say always because in present tense, that's not always going to work. But in past tense, usually, yeah, if we don't have a prefix, it's a continuous tense. So Tomas daro namų darbus. That means Tom is doing his homework. We don't use his in Lithuanian language. He's just doing homework. Okay. O Lina piešia. And in English language, we use and. In Lithuanian language, we usually say o. It's kind of sort of like a but it's not exactly. It's usually used as an and, but we have a different word for and. You could use ir in this case as well. That would be the real and, right? So Lina piešia would be Lina is drawing. Lina is drawing, right? She is drawing. Ji piešia. Mama verda sriubą virtuvėje. So mom is, well, in English you would say she's making soup in the kitchen, but verda, the word virti, right? If we want to say the infinitive, it means to boil. So she's boiling soup in the kitchen. In Lithuanian language, we boil. If you're actually boiling something, then you say you're boiling it, right? And that's the word you're using. You're not using making. You can say gamina, gaminti, which is to make food, prepare food. But usually, let's say I'm boiling eggs. So in this case, we're actually boiling. So verda, like say sausages, verda, right? Soup, verda, porridge, verda. Yeah. So all of these that are actually being boiled, we say boil, okay? Once again, sriuba, that's a direct object, so it's an accusative tense. Tėtis skaito laikraštį. Father, like maybe daddy, you could even say, right? It's more tėtis. It's not. Father would be tėvas. Tėtis, it's more like a cute way of saying. No, not exactly really cute. There are cuter ways to say that, but still. Tėtis skaito laikraštį, so dad is reading paper. Jų katė miega ant sofos. Their cat, jų katė, their cat is sleeping on the sofa. So we have very good like juxtaposition and comparison. Over here we have present tense in Lithuanian language, which is like a continuous in English. And in this case is more, in this situation is more present simple, not continuous, right? So these are routine actions, and these are the actions that are happening at the same time, at the moment, but you can tell that we use the same tense in Lithuanian language. So, kitą savaitę jie važiuos į pajūrį. So, jie važiuos į pajūrį. Next week, they will go to the beach. Pajūris, the word pajūris yra, that is, well, near the sea. You can call a city that is near the sea pajūris, right? You can just call the place where you go. Usually in English language, we say we go to the beach. Lithuanians, we say we go to the sea. Važiuojame prie jūros. We go next to the sea. And that's like a combined word. Pajūris. That means close to the sea, right? Ten jie plaukios jūroje ir valgys ledus. So we have, once again, future tense, right? Važiuos. You can always tell when we have these S endings, valgys, with all the, I mean, they're different kind of for different persons, but still, when we have this S, you know it's the future tense. So over there, jie plaukios, they will swim around, they will swim, right? Plaukios, that means you can say plaukti, and then you can say plauks, like a shorter word, plauks. That would be just simply they will swim. But plaukios means like they to swim around a little bit like this, like casually. Not to just swim somewhere, but swim around casually. Ir ten jie plaukios jūroje ir valgys ledus. In the sea, jūroje, locative case, ir valgys ledus. And will eat ledus, ice cream. By the way, the word for ice cream and ice is the same word. So ledas is just usually ice is ledas, singular. Ledai, plural, is ice cream. Vaikai statys smėlio pilis. So the children statys will build, statyti, to build, will build smėlio pilis, sand castles. That means castles of sand. Therefore, smėlio is in genitive case. O tėvai ilsėsis, the parents ilsėtis, that means to relax. Ilsėsis paplūdimyje. Paplūdimyje, that means the beach. O tėvai ilsėsis paplūdimyje. Vakare visa šeima vaikščios pajūriu ir žiūrėsi saulėlydį. So in the evening, the whole family, visa šeima, we know that already, the whole family will walk around pajūriu, that means by the sea, and will look into the sunset. Saulėlydis. That means to palydėti basically means to just go together. For example, walk me home, that would be palydėk, right? So basically we're just walking the sunset home, basically, right? So vakare visa šeima, right? Visa šeima vaikščios, that means vaikščioti, just to walk around, like to swim around, right? Vaikščios pajūriu ir žiūrės, and we'll watch the sunset. Praeitą mėnesį jie buvo zoologijos sode. Praeitą mėnesį jie buvo, so last month, praeitą mėnesį, now we have the past. Jie buvo, so they were at the zoo. Basically, in Lithuanian language, we're saying zoologijos. That's a zoology garden. We're saying zoology garden, zoologijos sode. Zoologijos sode. Tomas matė liūtą. Tom saw. You can see in this case, we don't have a prefix, but it's still saw, not was seeing line, right? Therefore, I can't always say it's always, because when the distinction in Lithuanian language between continuous and a simple action is so blurred, so blurry, I can't say always. That will, without prefix, it will mean a continuous action. It doesn't mean in this case. Matė, it means saw. You can say pamatė, that with the prefix, you can say matė in both of these cases. Would be saw. O Linai labai patiko beždžionės. Linai, kam, right? That's a different kind of case. Linai, labai patiko beždžionės. Really liked, labai patiko beždžionės, right? Really liked beždžionės. Jie fotografavo gyvūnus ir pirko ledus. Jie fotografavo, they photographed animals. Jie fotografavo gyvūnus ir pirko ledus, right? They photographed animals and bought ice cream. In this case, you could be saying they were buying ice cream like multiple times. You could argue that in this case, it could be continuous. But it doesn't matter. It's not that big of a difference because in Lithuanian language, we don't really think that way as much as we do when we're trying to speak in English language. Buvo labai smagi diena. Buvo labai smagi diena. Now, this particular sentence, we have to talk about this. In Lithuanian language, it is possible to not have the doer of the action in the sentence, because I would have to say tai buvo. It was a very beautiful day, but I don't have to do that in Lithuanian language. I can do it, But usually, especially in spoken Lithuanian, we don't do that. You don't have to do that. Tai buvo labai graži diena. I can say, or I can just say buvo labai graži diena. We know that it means it was, right? Okay, so that's the difference. So we have the translation over here. As I said, you will find it in the description. You can look more through it. You can maybe listen through this lesson one more time. I will actually, at the end of the lesson, I will read it once more for you to just fully appreciate the text. And as I said, also, if you want to just more phrases, more learning, just download the free book. You will find it also in the description. So that's once again me reading throughout the text, and we will end the lesson there. Okay, so Graži Šeima. Petras ir Ona gyvena Vilniuje. Jie turi 2 vaikus, Tomą ir Liną. Tomas yra 10 metų, o Lina yra 7. Kiekvieną rytą vaikai eina į mokyklą, o tėvai į darbą. Vakar visa šeima važiavo į Kauną. Ten jie aplankė senelę. Senelė iškepė skanų obuolių pyragą. Vaikai žaidė sode, o Petras su Ona gėrė arbatą. Šiandien šeima yra namie, Tomas daro namų darbus, o Lina piešia. Or you can say, ir Lina piešia. Mama verda sriubą virtuvėje. Tėtis skaito laikraštį, jų katė miega ant sofos. Very short sentences, right? Kitą savaitę jie važiuos į pajūrį, ten jie plaukios jūroje ir valgys ledus. Vaikai statys smėlio pilis, o tėvai ilsėsis paplūdimyje. Vakare visa šeima vaikščios pajūriu ir žiūrės į saulėlydį. Praeitą mėnesį jie buvo zoologijos sode, Tomas matė liūtą, o Linai labai patiko beždžionės. Jie fotografavo gyvūnus ir pirko ledus. Buvo labai smagi diena. Okay, so this is a beautiful text that we have today. And yeah, I hope it was useful. I hope it was interesting. Give me an answer, in the comments. Tell me how you find these lessons. And I will see you in the future lessons.